See here, I'm starting the session. Listen. So in the previous session, we have seen example programs on cursors. So now in today's session, I want to cover some more examples on cursor. See here. Now, observe, I'm opening SQL Plus. I want to find sum of salaries of all employees. I want to find sum of salaries of all employees. So to find sum of salaries of all employees, which function we have to use? To find sum of salaries of all employees, which function we have to use? From EMP. So select sum of salary from EMP we are writing. So what it is giving, observe here. 98,051.92 it is giving. So this is the sum of salary value. So to find the sum of salaries, Oracle developers had written some code. To find this value in this sum function, they had written some code. So this code is finding sum of salaries. In the same way, now we want to find sum of salaries value. Okay, with our program, we want to find sum of salaries value. To find sum of salaries, some function is there. But if we want to write our own code, how can we write the code that we are seeing? So this is the program to find sum of salaries of all employees. For example, here, salary column is there. Salary values are there like 5,000, 4,000, 6,000, okay, 3,000, like these values are there. Our requirement is we want to find sum of salaries. Means 5,000 plus 4,000 according to this example. 6,000 plus 3,000 we want to find. This is our requirement. So sum of salaries we want to find. So according to this example, 18,000. 5 plus 4, 9, 9,000, 9,000 plus 6, 15,000, 15,000 plus 3, 18,000. So this one we want to find, this is our requirement. We want to find sum of salaries of all employees. So inside of cursor, hold this salary column now. Inside of cursor C1, hold this salary column. Access first value. Okay. For example, we are taking this variable as V underscore salary. So we write like this. Hold this salary column in the cursor. So when we are declaring the cursor, we write like this. Cursor C1 is select salary from EMP. So now this salary data will be stored in the Oracle instance. This memory location address will be given to the C1. So now C1 is holding salary values. So open the cursor now. To open the cursor, what we are writing? Open C1. Now fetch the records from cursor. Fetch C1 into one variable we are taking, V underscore salary. So now first time this is the V underscore salary value. Listen carefully. What we want to calculate, 5,000 plus 4,000 plus 6,000 plus 3,000 we want to calculate. Now to this value, if we want to add 0, is that change any value? To this value, if we add 0, is that change any value? No. So that's why I'm adding 0 and I'm assuming this as v underscore sum. So now what is v underscore sum value? 0. To this, add this v underscore salary value. This is v underscore salary value. So v underscore sum value 0, v underscore salary value 5,000. Okay, what is the result here? 5,000. This 5,000 again store in the sum. So now what is the current sum value? 5,000. Now to this current sum, add next value. Fetch, when fetch is executed, okay, next value will be accessed. So next value store in the v underscore salary. Now current v underscore sum value is what? 5,000. V underscore salary value is what? 4,000. 5,000 plus 4,000 value is what? 9,000. We are holding this value in the v underscore sum. Like this we have to calculate. Okay. This kind of logics you learned in the C language or in the Java. Okay. So these are the basic programs in the control structures. Okay. You learn such kind of logics. Once again, I'm repeating, listen. Our requirement is finding sum of salaries. This sum of salaries we want to find. To find the sum of salaries, 5,000 plus 4,000 plus 6,000 plus 3,000 we want to calculate. To this value, if we add 0, is that change any value? No. Assume this as the sum. So assume this as the sum. And hold this first salary value in one variable. When fetch is executed, we access first one. For example, we are declaring cursor like this. Cursor C1 is select salary from EMP. To open this cursor, we are writing open C1. Then to fetch the record from cursor, we are writing fetch C1 into. Okay, v underscore salary. So now first time, what is the v underscore salary value? 5,000. So to this sum, add v underscore salary value. What is the current sum value? 0. What is the current v underscore salary value? 5,000. What is 0 plus 5,000 value? 5,000. Store that result in the v underscore sum. So now what is the current v underscore sum value? 5,000. Now to this 5,000, okay, fetch next, again execute fetch statement. Now v underscore salary value will become 4,000. So v underscore sum, v underscore salary. V underscore sum value is what now? 5,000. V underscore salary value is what now? 4,000. 5,000 plus 4,000 value, 9,000. Store the result in the v underscore sum. Then again execute fetch statement. Now current v underscore sum value is 9,000. Okay, plus current v underscore salary value is 6,000. 9,000 plus 6,000, 15,000. Store this result in the v underscore sum. Again execute fetch statement. 3,000 will be stored in the v underscore salary. So v underscore salary value 3,000. V underscore sum value 15,000. 15,000 plus 3,000, 18,000. Store this result in the v underscore sum. After this record is not found, stop. What is the final v underscore sum value? 18,000. We got the answer. Observe. Is it clear? So this is the logic. V underscore sum colon equals to v underscore sum plus v underscore salary. I'm writing the program now. Okay, you tell me, I write the code. What we have to write? Declare, begin, end, slash. Declare the cursor. Cursor C1 is select salary value we want to hold. Salary from EMP. So from the EMP table, salary column we are retrieving. Okay, we want to open the cursor. Open C1. We want to fetch the record from cursor. Fetch C1 into V underscore salary. Declare V underscore salary here. Which data type? EMP dot salary percentage type. Okay, take one variable V underscore some variable. Okay, I'm declaring this as a float here. So V underscore sum, I'm declaring this as float, and I have initial. What is the initial value of this one? 0. At the time of declaration, we can give the value. So I am giving this V underscore sum value as 0. So now to this V underscore sum 0, add first salary value V underscore salary. Store that result in the V underscore sum. First salary is added. Then again execute fetch statement. To the current sum, add next salary. Store the result in the V underscore sum. Okay, 2 salaries are added. That time we are holding third salary. Third salary will be added. Next fourth salary will be added. Like this, all salaries will be added. Finally, sum of salaries value will be stored in the V underscore sum. So we are writing this code instead of the loop. So when we want to terminate this loop, when C1 percentage not found. So when record is not found, okay, terminate the loop. Otherwise, calculate this. So finally, to close this loop, end loop. Okay. So finally, sum of salaries value is in which variable? V underscore sum. So right here, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay, we want to print V underscore sum value. So write sum of salaries equals to, or sum equals to, concatenation operator V underscore sum. Or if you want to display message clearly, you can write sum of salaries of all employees equals to V underscore sum. So finally, this is the program. Okay, to close the cursor, write close C1. Close C1. So this is the program to find sum of salaries of all employees. So I'm copying this program. Observe here. See. Okay. So we didn't set server output on. That's why it is not displaying the output. So we have to set server output as on. Set verify as off. I'm clearing the screen here. So once again, I'm running the program. Observe here, what is the sum of salaries value it is giving? 98,051.92. To find the sum of salaries, we have already ready-made function is there. That function name is what? Sum of salary from EMP. Okay, observe here, 98,051.92. So Oracle is giving this value only. Our program is also giving same value. Okay. Now, okay, I'm explaining the execution process. Observe here. What is happening? Just try to understand. I'm taking 3 values. With 3 values, I will explain. Okay. See. With this declaration, C1 variable will be created. And V underscore salary variable will be created. V underscore sum variable will be created. And initially V underscore sum value is 0. So 3 variables are created. When we open the cursor, this select query will run. That select query result will be stored in the Oracle instance. For example, assume that 3 salaries are there, 5,000, 4,000, 6,000. So this is Oracle instance memory location, that address given to the C1. So when first time fetch is executed, okay, it holds first value, 5,000 value. That 5,000 value will be stored in the V underscore salary. Now what is V underscore salary value? 5,000. First record fetched. So record fetched means not found value is false. So what is V underscore sum value now? V underscore sum value is what? 0. V underscore sum value is what? 0. V underscore salary value is what? 5,000. 0 plus 5,000 value is what? 5,000. 5,000 value will be assigned to the V underscore sum. Now what is the V underscore sum value? 5,000. One salary added. Observe. Statements in the loop are over. Again fetch will be executed. Okay. That fetches and copies into V underscore salary. So when fetch is executed, this 4,000 will be copied into the V underscore salary. Now what is V underscore salary value? 4,000. What is V underscore sum value? 5,000. So V underscore sum value is 5,000 now. 5,000 plus V underscore salary value 4,000. 5,000 plus 4,000 9,000. 9,000 value will be stored in which variable? V underscore sum. Now V underscore sum value will become 9,000. Statements in the loop are over. Again fetch will be executed. Next record will be fetched. This will be copied into V underscore salary. V underscore salary value will become 6,000. Okay. Now record is found. So not found value is false. V underscore sum value 9,000. V underscore salary value 6,000. 9,000 plus 6,000, 15,000. This 15,000 value will be stored in the V underscore sum. So V underscore sum value is 15,000 now. Okay. Statements in the loop are over. Next again fetch will be executed. Record is not found. So record is not found means C1 percentage not found value will be true. It terminates the loop. Finally, it prints sum of salary value. Sum of salary value is 15,000. Okay. According to this example, 5,000 plus 4,000 plus 6,000 is 15,000. Finally, this cursor will be closed. This connection will be gone. Is it clear? Now, listen carefully. For example, try to understand. I am explaining one important point here. Listen. Select employee number, employee name, salary from EMP. Here we are finding sum of all these salaries values. So here 9 records are there. Okay. So these sum of salaries we are finding. These sum of salaries we are finding here. Okay. I am inserting one more salary, employee salary. So employee number I am giving as 1015. Insert into EMP, employee number, e-name, salary I am inserting. Values. Okay, 1015. 1015. Okay, name I am giving as Steve. Okay, and I am not giving any salary value. Actually, salary I have not to write, but I have written. Because of I have written, I am passing null value. Okay, so one row created. Okay, observe here. What is Steve's salary value? What is Steve's salary value? Null. Okay, so now select sum of salary. Select sum of salary from EMP I am writing. So what it is displaying? Observe. 98,051.92. Okay. Now I am running our program. This is our program. Our program I am running now. Okay. What is the sum of salary value it is giving? Null it is giving. Okay. Our sum function is calculating perfectly. But our program is giving sum of salaries value as null. Why? Because if null is participating in the arithmetic operation, definitely result will be null. So last sum of salary value is 98,051.92. 98,000. See, this is the sum of salary value. 98,000 V underscore sum value is 98,051.92. And the last employee salary value is what? Null. Something plus null, result will be null. So this null value stored in the V underscore sum here. So what is final V underscore sum value now? Null. Because of this reason, it is printing null here. We are not getting correct value. This is a problem. So to solve this problem, we need to replace null value. We need to replace null value with 0. To replace null values, which function we have to use? To replace null values, which function we have to use? NVL function. NVL function we have to use. So replace this salary value. If salary value is null, replace that value with the 0. If salary value is null, replace that value with the 0. Okay. So we are calling null function. Now we will get correct result. Observe here. Okay. Observe here. Now again we are getting correct result because of NVL function. That null value replaced with the 0. Okay. 98,051.92 plus salary value is null. When salary value is null, it returns what? 0. So 98,051.92 plus 0 value is what? 98,051.92 only. This value will be assigned to the V underscore sum. So here we are printing V underscore sum value. So it prints 98,051.92. We are getting correct answer here. So null value, if salary value is null, we are replacing it with 0 and we are doing addition. So this is the program to find sum of salaries of all employees. Maybe implicitly in that sum function, they used cursor concept to find the sum of salaries of all employees. Okay, next program. This is the program to concatenate all employee names. So this is a program to concatenate all employee names. This is our requirement. So program to concatenate all employee names by separate them using comma. So using comma, we want to separate all employee names. For example, see here, employee name column values are like Smith, Allen, okay, what? So like this, names are there. Our requirement is we want to combine all employee names. Like this, we want to get Smith, comma, Allen, comma, Ward, comma, Scott. Like this, we want to get. This is our requirement. Same previous program model only. There we are doing addition. Here we are doing concatenation. Okay. So same previous program model only. Yes. Okay. Yes. Concatenation we have to use. See, in the previous program, we are doing addition for multiple times. Here we have to do concatenation for multiple times. So what we are doing is hold this data in the cursor. Hold employee names in the cursor now. Try to understand. Hold employee names in the cursor. C1. So what we have tried to declare the cursor? Cursor C1 is select ename from EMP. Okay. So select ename from EMP we are writing. Now employee names are in the cursor. When we open the cursor, this employee names will be copied into the Oracle instance. That memory location address will be given to the C1. Now fetch the records. Fetch C1 into V underscore ename. What is the value of V underscore ename for first time? Smith. To hold the names, initially take one variable S. Initially take S value as null. Empty single quotes. Empty single quotes means null. No characters are there. So to the empty string, add our employee name. So for concatenation, okay, we have to use concatenation operator. S concatenation operator, V underscore ename. After that, so first, what is S value? Null. What is V underscore ename value? Smith. To the Smith, what we want to concatenate? Comma. Concatenate it. So after Smith, what we will get? Comma we will get. That store in the S. So now what is the current S value? Smith comma. Okay, previously S value null. To this Smith comma concatenated. So now what is the current S value now? Smith comma. Okay, next again execute fetch statement. Now what is V underscore ename value? Allen. Okay, what is S value now? S value is Smith comma. What is current S value? Smith comma. To the Smith comma, V underscore ename value is what? Allen. Allen will be concatenated. Allen comma will be concatenated. Now this result will be stored in the S. Now what is the current S value now? Okay, Smith comma, Allen comma. Okay, again hold this value in V underscore ename. Fetch is executed. V underscore ename value what? So to the Smith comma, Allen comma, it is concatenating what? Word comma, it is concatenating. So now what is the S value now? Smith comma, Allen comma, word comma. Like this. Next again fetch will be executed. Okay, Scott. V underscore ename value Scott. So Smith comma, Allen comma, word comma, Scott will be concatenated. Scott comma concatenated. So now all names are concatenated. Observe here. Okay, after this record is not found. Okay, close the loop. So previously we are using plus operator. Now we are using concatenation operator. That's it. This is the difference. Same logic. There we were holding salaries. Here we are holding names. Now you tell me the program. I write here. What we have write? Declare, begin, end. Okay. 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 See. Declare, begin, end. Cursor C1 is select ename from EMP. Okay. So now employee names are held in the cursor. Open the cursor. Open C1. Okay. Open C1. Okay. Next, fetch the records from cursor. So to fetch the records from cursor, what we have to write? Fetch C1 into V underscore ename. So declare V underscore ename here. So V underscore ename which data type? EMP dot ename type. So to hold all strings, we are taking one variable. What is that one? S. In the S, we want to hold all employee names. So I'm taking this as varchar 2 type and I'm giving it size as 500. Many names we want, many characters we want to hold. I'm giving this size as 500. Okay, and what is the initial value of S here? Null. You can give empty single quotes like this. Okay, or null also you can write, no problem. Okay, empty single quotes I am giving here. Okay, these are empty single quotes. Okay, now to the current S, concatenate. To the current S, concatenate employee name. After one employee name, we want to get comma. So concatenate comma. For clear appearance, comma equals to I am giving. And this result we are giving in the, this result we are storing in the S. This result we are storing in the S. So write S colon equals to. Okay. So this code we have to write inside of the loop. So write loop and loop. Okay. When we want to terminate the loop, when record is not found. So what we have to write? Exit when C1 percentage not found. C1 percentage not found. Okay. So finally, that concatenated string is in the S that we want to print. So right here, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay. We are printing S value. Okay. Now observe here, to close the cursor, write close C1. I'm copying this. Say. See here. So what it is displaying, observe. Smith, comma, Allen, comma, Ward, comma, Jones, comma, like this. Okay, observe here. After last name also, comma space is there. Observe. Just like after Adams, comma space is there. Just like after Miller, comma space is there. After Steve also, comma space is there. Because of this is last name, this last comma space we don't want. Now comma space are the unwanted characters at right side. To remove unwanted characters at right side, okay, rtrim we have to use. So rtrim function we have to use. What are the unwanted characters here? Comma and space. Comma and space are the unwanted characters. Okay, don't write only comma. It cannot identify. Okay, so here on S, we are calling which function? rtrim. In the S, remove unwanted characters, comma, space. So here rtrim function we are calling unwanted characters, comma, space we are removing at right side from the S. Now last comma will not be given. Observe here. Now last comma will not be given. Last comma space will not be given. Observe the program output. See here, it is concatenating all names. Okay. So observe here, after Steve, no comma space is there. Comma space removed. Observe. After last name, comma space is not there. We removed by using rtrim. Okay. So this is the program to combine all names. Now, for example, I want to combine all those names in alphabetical order. I want to combine all these names in alphabetical order. So I don't want to get like this. Smith, Allen, Watt. I don't want to get like this. In alphabetical order, I want to combine them. This is my requirement. So after, first we want to get Adams. After Adams, Allen. Like this in alphabetical order, we want to combine them. So in the cursor, use order by. Hold the employee names in the order. Okay. So what we have to use here? Order by. Okay. Which class we have to use here? Order by. Order by according to which column? Employee name. Order by E name we are using. Now observe here, employee names will be concatenated in the alphabetical order. Okay, observe here. First it is adding Adams. First one is Adams now. See, after Adams, Allen. Then J, K, M. See here. In alphabetical order, they are concatenated. because we are holding in the cursor in alphabetical order. Okay. So now see the execution process. What is happening here? I'm explaining with 3 names here. For example, assume that employee names are like, okay, I'm taking employee names as Alan, okay, Blake, and Jones. 3 names I'm taking in alphabetical order. So this is data holded in the C1. So this data is in the C1 now. So now what is the initial value of S here? Null. Initial value of S is what here? Null. So when cursor is opened, this data will be loaded into the employee names will be loaded into the Oracle instance. This memory location is in the C1. When fetch is executed, Allen value will be accessed now. This Allen data will be copied into the V underscore E name. Now what is V underscore E name value? Allen. Okay. What is the current S value? Empty. Null. So to the null, V underscore E name will be concatenated. Means this value will become Allen. After that, comma space is there. Comma space will be concatenated. This will be stored in the S. So now what is the S value now? Allen, comma space. Okay. Now statements in the loop are over. Again fetch will be executed. Next name will be accessed. This will be copied into the V underscore E name. Now V underscore E name value will become Blake. So now what is the current S value? Allen, comma. What is V underscore E name value? Blake. So Blake will be concatenated. Then comma space will be concatenated. Now what is the current S value? Allen, comma, Blake, comma, space. Now statements in the loop are over. Again fetch will be executed. Again it fetches next name. That next name will be copied into the V underscore E name. So now V underscore E name value is what now? Jones. Okay. So now what is the current S value? Allen, comma, Blake, comma. To the current S, V underscore E name, Jones will be concatenated. Then comma space will be concatenated. So now what is the S value now? Allen, comma, Blake, comma, Jones, comma space. Now statements in the loop are over. So record is not found now. So this value will become true. It terminates the loop. Here we are printing S value. But unwanted characters, comma space we are removing. So this last comma space will be removed now. Now what is the current S value now? Current S value is Allen, Blake, Jones. So this last comma space will be removed because of our trim. So finally what it is printing? Allen, comma, Blake, comma, Jones. All names are concatenated by separating them using comma. Observe. So whatever the program we have written, okay, to perform this action in SQL, Oracle developers introduced one function. That function name is list AGG. This is one aggregate function, group function. This function introduced in Oracle 10G version, 11G version. So G stands for grid technology. So list aggregate is a built-in function which is introduced in the Oracle 11G version. So in before versions it will not work. So it is used to combine. It is used to concatenate. It is used to concatenate column values. So to concatenate column values using a delimiter character. So it is used to concatenate column values using a delimited character. Using a delimiter. I am calling that as the delimiter. In our example, comma is the delimiter. So using one delimiter, we are concatenating column values. To use this function, syntax is list aggregate. Which column values you want to concatenate? And what is the delimiter character we want? Delimiter character we give like comma. Between every employee name, do you want comma or space or at the rate or hash? That is called delimiter. Okay, after that, within group, writing this is optional. Within group, order by column name. Okay, for ascending order, ASC, for descending order, DSC. So this syntax we have to follow to use this list aggregate function. To use list aggregate function, this syntax we have to follow here. And writing within group is optional, not compulsory. Based on our requirement, we use it. For example, I am writing like this. Select. Okay, I am calling list aggregate function. All employee names we want to separate by using comma. So column name, what we are giving? ename. Delimited character, what we are giving? Comma. Okay, I am giving alias name as ename. Okay, comma, salary. From which table we are retrieving? EMP. Observe here. Whatever the program we have written, to perform this action, we have one ready-made function is there. Just like some ready-made function is there, we found sum of salaries. Like that, to concatenate all strings, to concatenate all column values, we have one function is there. What is that function name? List AGG. I am giving column name as ename. So ename is the column name, comma. We want to concatenate them by using comma. Comma is the delimiter character. For this, we are giving alias name as ename, comma salary. From which table we are retrieving? EMP table. Sorry. Don't use this salary. I'm sorry. This is aggregate function. For aggregate function, we cannot use single column. I'm sorry. Just only names we are combining and displaying. Just like sum, after sum function, sum is the aggregate function. After this, can we write any column name like this? No, because this is group function. After group function, you cannot write single column. Group columns only we can write. In the same way, for list aggregate also, don't write any other columns here. From which table we are retrieving? EMP table. Now names are concatenated. Observe here. Smith. What is the delimiter? Comma. Allen, comma. Ward, comma. Jones, comma. Like this it is giving. Okay. So whatever we did with our program, the same thing we can do by using which function? List AGG function. So when we use this within groups, for example, we want to concatenate employee names in alphabetical order. Okay. So at that time, what we have tried? List AGG, ename, comma. Okay, within group. Here, what we have tried here? Within group, order by. Within group, order by. Which order? Employee names in ascending order we want to concatenate. Order by employee names ascending order. Okay. Just a minute. From which table as ename? From which table we are retrieving? From EMP table we are retrieving. So now observe here. I'm copying this. Okay, see here. In alphabetical order it is concatenating. Adams, Allens, Jones, King, alphabetical order. So in alphabetical order if you want, we are using within group here. According to which order you want to combine them. So Like list aggregate function is there, like that. We are writing our own code like this for combining all employee names. So like this, we can work with the cursor. So just now we have written two programs. One is for finding sum of salaries, another one for combining all employee names. So first program, sum of salaries. I want to write a program to find sum of salaries. For this, I want to use cursor for loop. So program to find sum of salaries. So here I want to use cursor for loop here. So we want to use cursor for loop. Same sum of salaries program we want to write. But what we want to use here? Cursor for loop we want to use. Okay. So same program I'm copying. Here. This is a program. Little bit changes we are doing. I'm copying this. Okay. So we want to use cursor for loop now. So for the cursor for loop, is it required to open the cursor? No. Is it required to fetch the record from cursor? No. Okay. So these things are not required. So is it required to close the cursor? No. Write the for loop here. For, okay, variable name I'm taking as V underscore salary. Okay. For V underscore salary, or you can take variable name as R also, no problem. I'm taking R in C1. Okay. R in C1 loop. For R in C1. So in the C1, what we are holding? Salary values. Okay. So these are the salary values like 5,000, 4,000, 6,000. Okay. Now this 5,000 data will be copied. This 5,000 data will be copied into the R. Okay. Now what is the R value here? 5,000. If you want to access this 5,000 value, what we have to write? R dot salary. So here instead of writing V underscore salary, what we have to write here? R dot salary. Okay. So initial value of sum is what? 0. What is R dot salary value? 5,000. 0 plus 5,000? 5,000. Now sum value is what now? 5,000. Okay. So what we are writing here? R dot salary. R dot salary we are writing. That's it. Code is over. And when we are printing, okay, we are printing V underscore sum value. So here we are using cursor for loop. We are not opening the cursor here. We are not fetching the record from cursor. We are not closing the cursor. All these three things will be done implicitly, and we have no need to declare this R variable also. R is row type. So these are the salary column values. Okay, this 5,000 data will be copied into the R. So now R means R is holding salary value 5,000. R is holding salary value 5,000 like this. So if we want to access this R, this 5,000 value, what we have to write? R dot salary. So first time this is R dot salary value. Next time 4,000 will be the R dot salary value. Next time 6,000 will be the R dot salary value like this. So I'm copying the program. Here we are using cursor for loop. Okay, using cursor for loop, we are finding sum of salaries of all employees. So observe here, we are not opening observe. We are not fetching. We are not closing. We are using cursor for loop here. So this is a way of using cursor for loop. Next topic. So like this, to process multiple rows, we can use cursor. Listen. Next topic is parameterized cursor. Parameterized cursor. or you can say cursor with parameters. A cursor which is declared using parameters. A cursor which is declared using parameters is called parameterized cursor or cursor with parameters. A cursor which is declared using parameters is called parameterized cursor. For example, my requirement is I want to hold department number 20 employees in the cursor. In the cursor, I want to hold department number 20 employees. So what we have tried here, cursor C1 is select star from EMP where department number equals to 20. Observe carefully here. So we want to hold department number 20 employees records. We want to hold department number 20 employees records. So we are declaring cursor like this. For example, at the time of declaring like this, I don't know the exact department number. I don't know exact department number. So what I am doing is, I am assuming this as D. Okay. We want to hold department number 20 employees. So we write like this. If you want to hold department number 30 employees, we write like this. But I don't know exact department number. So what I am writing here? D I am writing. At the time of declaration, I don't know the exact department number value. So I'm taking this as D. How to get this D value, sir? This D take as the cursor parameter. Okay. So here we, after C1, we write like this. Okay. Cursor parameter we give. Parameter name is D. Okay. Which data type? Number data type. Or you can take int. Okay. Int also you can take, but don't specify any size here. Okay. So this is cursor parameter. C1 has one parameter. Observe here. Just like in the C language or in the Java, add function you are defining. After add function, you are declaring int x. What is x here? Parameter, argument. Okay. So int x comma int y we are writing. So x is one parameter, y is one parameter. When we call this add function, we pass those values. So now 5 value will be passed to the x. 4 value will be passed to the y. Just like for add function, you are taking the parameters. Okay, int is the data type, x is the parameter name. But in our PLSQL reverse, first variable name, then give the data type. So in PLSQL reverse, so in reverse order we are giving first parameter name, then data type. So this is called parameter of this cursor C1, parameterized cursor. Now D value is not there. When we give this D value, sir, when we open the cursor, we pass this value. So when we are opening the cursor C1, what we write here? Open C1 we write. Open C1 of 20 means now 20 value will be passed to the D. This 20 value will be passed to the D. So now what is the D value now? 20. So 20 department number employees records it will hold. So when we open the cursor, we pass cursor parameter value. Just like in the C language, in the function call, you are passing the value. Okay, here when we are opening the cursor, we are passing the value. Okay, next. For example, open C1 of 30. Open C1 of 30 means which value you are passing now? 30 value you are passing. So now 30 value will be passed to the D. Now what is the D value now? 30. So D, because of D value is 30, 30th department employee records, it holds in the cursor. So when we don't know the exact value at the time of declaration of cursor, when we don't know the exact value, we use this parameterized cursor. Here we are declaring the cursor. I don't know department number. Later, when I open the cursor, I am passing. Or otherwise, if you want to read that department number value at runtime, how to read values at runtime using parameter concept, you already know. Ampersand D. D value it asks at runtime. So at runtime it will ask enter value for D. At runtime if you give 20, 28 department records it retrieves. Okay. That's it. This is parameterized cursor. Sorry, just a minute. Okay. So when we don't know the exact value at the time of declaration cursor, at the time of declaration of cursor, we define parameterized cursor. We define cursor with parameters. So when we don't know the exact value at the time of declaration of cursor, we define cursor with the parameters. And when we pass this value, when we open the cursor, okay, we pass value to parameterized cursor. So we pass value to cursor parameter. So when we open the cursor, we pass value to the cursor parameter. Okay. So the syntax here is, so here two steps are important. One is declaring cursor and another one is opening cursor. So in case of declaring cursor, what we are writing? Cursor name. After cursor name, define parameter list here. Define parameter list. Cursor name, parameter list. Then write is. Then write any select query. So this syntax we have to follow for declaring the cursor. Okay, so declaring parameterized cursor. So to declare the parameterized cursor, we have to follow this syntax. So this is the syntax we have to follow. Cursor name. After cursor name, we are defining parameters. Then write is select query. So you already know how to declare the cursor. These parameters we are giving extra. Remaining you know. Only parameters we are giving extra here. And opening parameterized cursor. To open the parameterized cursor, okay. So let me give one example for this. So for example, we are declaring like this. Cursor C1 is, okay. After C1, we are giving one variable here. D I am giving as number type. So D I am giving as number type. So this is called a parameter. Cursor with parameter is, write the select query here. Select star from EMP where department number equals to, I don't know exact department number. Then D. So when we pass this D value, when we open the cursor, for opening the parameterized cursor, the syntax is open cursor name. Open cursor name. here pass parameter value. Pass parameter value here. Open cursor name parameter value. This syntax we have to follow to open the cursor. For example, we are writing like this. Open C1 of 20. So now what happens here? This 20 value will be passed to the D. So now what is the D value now? 20. So 20th department records it holds in the cursor. So when we are opening the cursor, we are passing value to the parameter. So this is a program to demonstrate parameterized cursor. My requirement is I want to display department number 20 employees. I want to display department number 20 employees records. Okay. So to display department number 20 employees records, we are writing like this. Declare begin end. So cursor C1 is select star from EMP where I want to hold department number 20 records. So I'm giving department number 20 here. Open the cursor, fetch the records from cursor, fetch C1 into R. Okay, R is which type? EMP percentage row type. Okay, now R has data we want to print. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay, R dot ename concatenation operator 3 spaces R dot salary. Okay, to close the cursor, close C1. Like this we are writing. So to write this code instead of the loop. End loop. So for our understanding purpose, I am displaying department number also. All are same department or not, to identify that department number also we are printing. So this is the fetch statement. To close this loop, what we are writing here? Exit when C1 percentage not found. Okay. So here all department number 20 employees records will be printed. Observe here. All department number 20 employees records will be printed here. Observe. Okay, see here. All are 20th department employees. Observe. Smith, Jones, Scott, Adams. Observe the last value, 20. All are working in 20th department. So when we know the exact department number, we can write like this. But I don't know this exact department number now at the time of declaration. So I'm assuming that as D. Okay. Where we have to take that D here? Cursor parameter. After C1, take D. Which type? Number type. D number type. Parameter. This is called cursor parameter. Parameterized cursor. When we pass this D value, when we open the cursor, so open C1 of 20 I'm passing, or otherwise 30 I'm passing. Okay. When we are opening the cursor, this D value we are passing. Now 30th department records will be displayed. Observe. 30th department records will be displayed. See here, Allen, Ward, Martin, 30th department records it is displayed. Here we are using parameterized cursor. Declaring parameterized cursor, opening parameterized cursor. This 30 value will be passed to the D. No, we don't want to give value within the program. We want to read this value at runtime. Assume this as parameter, ampersand department number. Whatever you write here, that will be typed. That will be printed. If you write department number, that will ask department number. Enter value for department number, it will ask. At runtime, it will ask department number value now. Observe here, it is asking department number and waiting. Because of this parameter, it is asking department number and waiting. I am giving department number 10. Observe here, 10th department employees records it is displaying. One more time I am running. Department number value I am giving 20. 20th department records it is displaying. One more time I am running. 30 I am giving. 30th department records it is giving. So this is parameterized cursor. Next. Inline cursor. Inline cursor. See, what is this inline cursor, sir? Very simple. See here. You already know cursor for loop. How to use cursor for loop, you know. For example, I want to display employee records, all employee records using cursor for loop. This is my requirement. So inline cursor, we want to display employee records using cursor for loop. So declare, begin, end we are writing. Observe carefully. So we want to display employee records now. So declare the cursor here. Cursor variable name is C1 is select star from EMP. Write the cursor for loop. We have no need to open. We have no need to fetch. We have no need to close. Write directly cursor for loop. For variable name R in cursor name C1 loop end loop. In between that write the code dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay. R dot ename concatenation operator 3 spaces or 2 spaces. R dot salary like this we are displaying. This is, you already know, cursor for loop we are using. Here we are declaring the cursor. Please confirm, are we opening the cursor? No. Are we fetching the record from cursor? No. Are we closing the cursor? No. All those 3 things it is doing implicitly here. Implicitly cursor for loop is doing. Just one step we are doing, declare step we are doing. To use the cursor, total 4 steps are required. Total 4 steps are required. One is declare, another one is open, another one is fetch, and another one is close. So among these 4 actions, we are doing 1 action, remaining 3 actions we are not doing if we use cursor for loop. And in inline cursor, you have no need to declare also. Okay, that a declaration statement instead of declaring cursor. So C1 means what? C1 means what? Select star from EMP, right? C1 means what? Select star from EMP. So instead of writing this select query at the time of declaration, here at the place of C1, I am writing the select query now. If we write like this, we have no need to declare the cursor also. This is called inline cursor. Now, are we declaring the cursor here? No. Okay. So here actually we write the cursor name. Instead of giving cursor name, at that place we are declaring the select query. So if select query is specified in cursor for loop, this is called inline cursor. If this select query is specified in cursor for loop, this is called inline cursor. Not only this select query, any select query you can write now, very, very easy. Even you have no need to declare the cursor here. Okay. So this concept is called inline cursor. Inline cursor means if select query specified in cursor for loop, then it is called inline cursor. So here we have no need to declare also that cursor. Generally here we write cursor name. Instead of writing cursor name, we are specifying the select query. So this select query we are specifying inside in the cursor for loop. This concept we are calling as the inline cursor. So with this, the advantage we are getting is we have no need to declare the cursor also. Within the cursor for loop only, we are specifying the select query, and we are not opening, we are not fetching, we are not closing. Directly we are accessing the data. I'm copying this. Is it working or not? Just observe. Okay, observe here. It is displaying all employees details. Employee names and salaries. Employee names and salaries. See? So this is about inline cursor. Last one more topic is there. Topic name is ref cursor. It takes some time. Okay, so this topic I continue in the next session. So tomorrow I finish this cursor topic in the first 15-20 minutes. After that, we start another new chapter, exception handling. So next chapter is exception handling. Okay. So thank you everyone. I'm stopping the session here. See you tomorrow.